Hi, Ray Cassidy here from ClimbHigh SEO, and we've had a few queries lately about setting up Google My Business listings. I'll just hide my ugly mug. You don't need to be putting up with that. So, to create your business listing, you need to either log into an existing Google account that you've got that you use with your business, or set one up that is going to be separate to your personal stuff and entirely for use with your business. So here we go. Now type in my business. That's the quickest way to find the business listings. Give a click and tell it to manage now. I've got rather a lot of stuff going on, so let's get rid of that. So for this particular business, the Hangry Lemons, we need to create an account. There isn't one that already exists for the business. We're going to use this to manage the business, and we'll fill in some detail. You fill in the basic details of the owner of the account. I've chosen to create a new Gmail email address for the business, the Hangry Lemons, and you also need to give the account a secure password. Next comes a verification step. When the verification code comes through, it's usually a 6-figure code. We verify that, and then we need to add a second email address so that Google has a way of getting back to you if you lose access to that account. And then you move on. You can use your phone number right across Google services. This isn't something we've discussed on this case, so I'm going to skip this step at the moment. There's the usual privacy gobbledygook, and basically if you want to use their services for very little cost, you need to agree to their terms of service, and then you need to agree with the processing of your info. Then you can create the account. So this is the Google account coming into existence. Now we're going to move on to creating the actual Google business listing itself. Okay, so first of all, they're going to ask you the name of your business. Type it into that little box here. And the idea of this is to discover whether somebody or Google itself has already created a listing for the business. So we go and it hasn't so far found any matches with that business name. So create a business with that name. Yeah, that's what we came here to do. So Hangry Lemons. Obviously, you're agreeing to play by Google's rules, and they are quite important, because if you take the mick, then you can find a business listing being sort of obliterated and vanishing off the face of the earth, and that does adversely impact your business's visibility. So business category, because there are a prescribed set of categories, and they do not really match up with every flavour of business there is. So the trick is to find 2 or 3 categories into which your business falls, and to add in the primary category from that little selection. So the most appropriate category is simply a cafe at the moment. Next, we go on to, do you want to add a location customers can visit? Well, very definitely. Once the lockdown is over, where Hangry Lemons want people to come in there and get stuck into their Yorkshire pudding roast wraps. I do. So next thing to do is to add the street address. When you start adding the address details, it's really critical to make sure that you get it accurate. Now, actual address of this location in the market is this one. It's the street address of the marketplace and the subunit within it. I need to add a line because it's on Scotch Street. And obviously Carlisle. And the postcode, again, pretty important to get this accurate. So it's really important to get that right. So next that. Right, now, yes, we're in the market, but there's an awful lot of other businesses in the marketplace as well. So there's the market hall. That's in the centre of the postcode we gave a few seconds ago. Now, if I remember rightly from your description, you're just about here within the marketplace. So we've set that location. Do you also serve customers outside this location? I don't think Holly does, so I'll leave it at that. That can be changed later. Okay, phone number. Now, for a local business, it is really useful to have a landline number for your business. Even if you haven't got a landline, you can get virtual landline numbers that connect to your mobile phone. So let's see what the number is. There we go. Pop that in. There isn't currently a website. I'm going to leave that as I don't need a website for the moment, just to keep this video simpler. On updates and recommendations for your business on Google, I would suggest yes. There are odd little snippets come through, and particularly with the COVID situation, there have been quite a few updates. Next. Right, you're going to finish this listing off, and it's not done and set in stone yet. You can edit the content. So we're going to finish, and this is the next important part. Occasionally you'll get the option to be verified by phone. Sometimes they will phone up, but nearly always it's a case of having a postcard verification. So it may take up to 4 days to arrive. That postcard will have a PIN number. I'll put up a fresh video for the verification and confirmation. So let's get them to mail that. Let's just check. No, they're not given any extra options other than, and we'll send this to Holly. They do like a named contact. Mail. Okay, so then it's the waiting game. And as soon as you get the card, it is worth logging into the listing and getting the verification done, because the listing will not show on Google until it has been verified. Okay, hope that helps anybody that was curious. Now, you can get cracking and edit further details, but I'm going to consult with Holly before I add anything else here. Because it's a cafe, you can add menus, you've got messaging, and you can also, this is what they pinched from Google Plus, you can also put out posts. Okay, so ta-ra for now, and I hope that was helpful.